ना खाली किधर चाल
हाँ उसको जो जॉगिंग कर
ये फोन बज रहा है मेरा।
कौन देना ऑरेंज देना अभी टेप है करे
फॉरवर्ड परम
क्या बॉल डाला बिल्लू फक
2 बार खेला
साइमन भी एक बॉल डालता है सेंटर
काहीतरी सेटिंग आहे तिथे आम्ही वर खाली कर
उधरी परम उधरी टैकल मार उसको
Even Stevens here in this Bandra South fixture between After 8 FC and the Mavericks.
बॉल है चल यार घुस अंदर
Offside against After 8.
play half let Tommy play up play on the left
Mavericks ball.
तेजा उधरी ए विरेश वो साइड जा ऊपर हां बस
Kicked forward but blocked by the After 8 player. Brilliant diagonal ball.
only one person
Finds Shivan here on the left.
nice राजीव तेजस खेल
Go Eddie from out.
ए एडी बाहर जा
no problem yeah Tejas nice
Kicked out of play by the Mavericks defender. Ball with After 8.
लाइन ही खेल
Offside.
नाइस
Viresh wait param run fast Viresh wait
Good ball in. Directly hit. That's a goal. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but it certainly found the back of the net. And in quite dramatic fashion, After 8 find themselves 2-1 up against the Mavericks. The goalie certainly got a touch on that, but it wasn't enough to keep it out. 2-1. So After 8 now have managed to overturn the deficit. The Mavericks were 1-0 up early on in this encounter, but now After 8 2-1 to the good.
पास मिला वैसे अटैक सामने खड़े रहे एडी
Ball with the Mavericks in their own half. They're playing from the back. Ball kicked forward. Finds the striker. Controls it well. Good play by the Mavericks there. Foul committed against them.
वही खड़े रहे एडी विंजी आ गया, विंजी आईडी का पीछे।
It's not the game for me, man.
आगे आजा, आगे आजा।
Crossed in, curled in, gets a header, but the header is wide. Unsure as to whom that came off, but it's a corner for the Mavericks. So went off an after a defender. Corner kicked in, good ball in, header that finds the back of the net. And we're even Stevens again. It's 2-2 in this high-scoring encounter with just 19 minutes on the clock. The goalie sort of found himself in no man's land, which left an open goal. After it kicking off now. Sloppy pass. Ball back with the Mavericks. Short pass, crisp passing there. Brilliant, brilliant goal. So in a matter of 2 minutes, the Mavericks have scored 2 and now lead this encounter 3-2 after being 2-1 down just a few minutes back. What a game this is turning out to be.
What defending, yeah?
There's just something about the Bandra South League that makes it very, very high scoring. We saw a bunch of goals scored in last week's fixtures as well. And we have 5 in the space of 20 minutes already in the first fixture on the 28th of November.
राजीव सेंटर है, राजीव। बिलाल, तू हाफ में तो स्ट्राइकर की हाफ में आ।
After it with the ball. Losing it to the Mavericks. Takes a shot, a rather ambitious shot that went well wide. Ball passed down the line, but cleared with venomous force by the Mavericks defender. After it with the ball. Some crisp maneuvering. Tried to cross, goalie fumbled, ricochet off the bar, back with the goalie. Good header, but just had a little bit too much power. Ball kicked forward. Mavericks with the ball. Passes it down the line but intercepted by the after defender.
Param, run from out, Param. Yeah.
Kicked forward. Good ball in. But goalie clears it. Back with after it. Intercepted. Viresh lining up this kick. Viresh will try a second time now. Manages to get the cross in. Decent cross. We had an after eight player who was running in to meet that, but it just went over him and he couldn't quite connect. Ball with the Mavericks now. Kicked forward. Handball, is it? Handball.
Always run from outside. Darren, be fucking vocal, yes.
Good pass. Tommy going forward. All by himself. Back heel pass there. Some crisp passing. That results in a corner for after eight. Tommy there sizing up his options. as he prepares to whip this one in. Whip it in, he does. Met with a powerful header, but one that didn't quite have the direction that I was looking for.
Get in,
Just slightly over a minute now left in this half. Ball kicked in, but straight at the keeper, who collects it very comfortably. Passes it forward gently to his defender, who's marching forward. Beats one man, decent run, keeps it in. And manages to win a corner for his team. Goalie finds Tommy. Takes a shot. Wide. Lots of power, but a couple of feet wide with the post. But the goalie had that covered. Goal kick that's gone out directly. Less than a minute now left in this half. Kicks it forward. After it managed to keep it in. And they won a corner in the dying seconds of this. I beg your pardon, it's a goal kick. That's the end of a thrilling first half that saw 5 goals in it. Based on how this game has panned out so far, I wouldn't be surprised if we see quite a few more goals in the second half as well. At halftime it stands after 8-2, the Mavericks 3. We're seeing After 8 FC versus the Mavericks. It stands 2-3 respectively. The Mavericks are taking the lead in this game as a result of a goalkeeping error. But the After 8 FC team clawed their way back, scoring 2 goals. But then the Mavericks scoring 2 in 2 minutes to lead this half 3-2. It'll be the Mavericks to kick the second half off.
Come here.
Decent attempt by the Mavericks player. Ball kicked forward by the After 8 goalie. Back with the goalie now. Tommy with the ball. Decent pass to Tejas. Tejas' ball intercepted. Sergio there trying a David Beckham, but not so successful in his attempt. After 8 building play here.
Call out when he's not. Ready, tackle ka ready.
Some tight play there and some tight passing. But the ball out of play, and the ball now in Mavericks' possession. Ball played wide, but ball intercepted by the After 8 defender. Tommy with the ball, Tommy losing the ball. Sergio now marching forward. From one goalie to the other. It's a powerful throw forward, thrown diagonally. Some pushing and shoving there in that corner. Sergio trying a long ball again. Decent ball, but a bit too powerfully struck. Free kick for After 8. We have 3 After 8 players now who are behind the ball. The 3 of them having a discussion amongst themselves as to what strategy they should deploy while taking this free kick. Tommy to take this. Tommy shoots, but straight at the wall. Finds its way back to an After 8 player. Tony kicks it out straight for a goal kick at the other end of the field. It's now the Mavericks goalie kicks it forward. Great pass, brilliant play there. He had to stretch for it. Did make decent contact, but it went wide eventually.
Keep on! Simon, go center. Simon, go center. Yeah. Go, Simon, go, Simon, go.
Mavericks with the ball.
Off it. Simon, come here, Simon.
Offside. Ball back with after 8.
Simon, come out, Simon, come out.
Kicked forward. Decent ball, but cleared by the Mavericks defender. He has space with him. He runs it slightly wide. Could have taken a shot earlier, but decided to keep on running with it. But does win himself a free kick.
Tommy, back, Tommy.
The Mavericks with the free kick in a dangerous position. Chipped forward, but cleared by the after it defender. Six minutes up in the second half. It's 3-2 to the Mavericks. Cleared by the keeper.
Tommy, run.
After it with the ball now. Param loses the ball. Brilliant skill there. Some brave goalkeeping by Tommy.
Come back. Simon! Simon! I'm telling him to pass. Don't worry, Simon. Look at his line. History का Simon दे go back. ये इसके लिंकन को भी चांस देगा चला है. यूएनडी से आया है. तो एपिक गेमिंग के डब्बे भी. क्या दिया?
Mavericks to resume play. Sergio with the ball. Looking at all his options. Sergio with a short pass, which is pretty uncharacteristic of him, since he typically goes for the long balls. There was a short come cross that goes out of play for a goal kick. Tommy kicks it forward. The ball finds Simon's head, who heads it out, resulting in a goal kick for the Mavericks.
Yo, Simon. ऐसा मत झुक रहे बाबा.
Decent shot. Goalie fumbled.
Tommy, release the ball, yeah, Tommy.
The Mavericks to kick this in. Ball whipped in, but cleared by after 8. Param with the ball now. Running forward, showing some promise, but a wayward pass. As a result of which after 8 lose possession. Slipped while taking it. That's a foul committed by Sergio. And it's a free kick in a very dangerous position for after 8. That's Param taken out. Bilal subbed in. Scuffed his shot there to some extent. Still had power, but wayward in terms of direction. I'm actually fairly surprised that there hasn't been a goal scored in the second half so far, given the fact that we saw 5 in the first half. A lovely turn by Sergio. Sergio takes a kick from behind the halfway line. Decent attempt, but a very ambitious one. Ah, nice dummy by the goalie there.
Come on, yaar, walk him out.
Eddie. Left back, Gil. Left back.
It was a decent dummy, but it seems like he hurt himself in the process.
Yeah, bro.
As a result of which, the substitute goalie is now being called into action. So substitution for the Mavericks. The after 8 players complaining here that the substitute goalie wasn't quite ready to come on. And he's putting on his shin pads and his gloves on the field, much to the chagrin of the after 8 players. But play does resume eventually with Sergio. There was a swipe by Barreto out of frustration, as a result of which there's an altercation between both sets of players. The referee now trying to calm down both camps. The disagreement does end in a civil manner. This contest certainly is heating up now. We're seeing a fair bit of aggression from both sets of players. The ref still being fairly conservative, hasn't shown any cards in these last 5 minutes since we've seen this encounter change gears in terms of aggression. Awkward bounce in front of the goalie, as a result of which he fumbles it, but no goal, and it's a goal kick for the Mavericks. Sergio kicks it forward, finds his teammate, but the ball eventually punched out of play by Tommy, the goalkeeper for the After 8 FC. Chance for the Mavericks. There was a fair bit of activity there in the box, but no goal.
Lincoln, don't climb too much, Lincoln.
Ball with After 8. Free kick for After 8. Looked as if the Mavericks player did get the ball there, but the referee still calling foul play.
Go, be ready for the rebound. Bilal, come on side. Bilal, come on side.
Tommy kicks it, but kicks it out. Goal kick
Tommy.
for the Mavericks.
2 minutes. Come fast.
Still 3-2 to the Mavericks. So we're about 15 minutes into the second half. 10 minutes left to play. Good diagonal ball. And there was a clash of heads there. As a result, with both players went down, the referee appropriately stopped play. But it seems as if both players who clashed heads are fine now. But a free kick awarded to the Mavericks in a very dangerous position just outside the box. Sergio, the usual suspect, close to the ball. Poor execution there. Seemed to have been some miscommunication between the two players who were behind the ball before the free kick was taken. But certainly not as much miscommunication as we saw between Thierry Henry and Robert Pires, if you remember that famous penalty that they tried taking together in the early 2000s in the Premier League.
Simon, come here, Simon. Run from here inside. Hey, Bilal. एकदम बाहर जाओ, एकदम बाहर.
Tommy, not for the first time today, kicking the ball out of play, resulting in a goal kick for the Mavericks. And Sergio, not for the first time, kicking the ball out of play, resulting in a goal kick for After 8. Well controlled by After 8. Chance now for the Mavericks. But decent defending. Still a corner for the Mavericks. 17 minutes played in the second half. Short corner taken. Shot taken hard. Brilliant shot. But the ball about 3 feet wide of Tommy's left-hand post.
Run.
Param keeps the ball in. Ball with Param now. Short pass to Barreto. Barreto kicks it. Short come cross. Decent attempt, but straight to the goalie. Ball back with the After 8 FC. Sergio now with the ball, kicks it forward. Decent pass to his player, finds his player, takes a shot, ricochets off the After 8 defender for a corner for the Mavericks. Corner kicked in, curled in, decent ball. Found his man as well, who headed it wide. Ball with Param, who's carrying it forward. Some good skill there, finds his player. Vinzi with the ball. Vinzi losing the ball. Substitution for the Mavericks. Sid, number 8, comes in. Attempted to pass that to Param, but a poor ball, a weak ball. Through ball, offside. The referee finally produces a card in this game.
पास मांगना राजीव, पास मांग. अंदर जा थोड़ा. बिलाल ऑफ है. राजीव खेलना. Who's the ref doing? Ref is wasting time.
About 6 minutes to play After it's still trailing the Mavericks by 1 goal. A margin of 1 goal, I should say. It's 3-2 to the Mavericks. The Mavericks in no hurry to kick this in. They have the privilege of a 1 goal lead. Short pass to Akash. Decent control by Param, who's marching forward. But the ball intercepted by Sergio, who's there.
Go, 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 go.
थोड़ा लेफ्ट आ ईडी थोड़ा पीछे जा ईडी अरे मैं मजे में बोल रहा
हूँ And the Mavericks have scored the 4th goal. The ball somehow managed to find the striker, who was through on goal after it called for offside. But the referee deems that the Maverick striker was onside, through on goal. And with a cool finish, he's given his team a 2-goal cushion. It's 4-2 with 4 minutes left to play. Advantage Mavericks. The Mavericks in no rush to take this. Oh, ball kicked in. Decent attempt.
Bilal Bilal
There was an attempt from far out. They didn't quite find the back of the net, but a very respectable attempt nonetheless. Sergio with a good pass. Ball with Bhargav. Darren to Sid. Sid, lovely passing. Lovely passing. And either one of them could have put the ball in the back of the net. But it seemed as if neither wanted to take it. Sid with an overhead pass. We just have a minute and a half left. The game is surely in the Mavericks' bag. Brilliant contest that we've seen so far. Exciting end-to-end action. As a result of which we've seen 6 goals scored in this encounter. A minute now left on the clock.
Nice, Rajiv.
The Mavericks keeping possession. That's the full-time whistle blown by the referee. It's finished here. Mavericks 4 after 8-2. Could have been a different scoreline at one stage. After 8 were leading this encounter 2-1. But the Mavericks clawed their way back to score 3 goals and win this contest 4-2.